Here we go again. Today we're talking about nutrition and how it's going to change once you experience direct cerebellar control. So today in society, look at how we eat. Much of it is based on tradition. Where in the world did your family come from? The Sunday roast, all of these types of things. And even when we migrate around the world, we bring these traditions with us. And when we say, oh, this disease or that thing runs in the family, we're really talking about the epigenetic expression that's coming from repeating these metabolic cycles. And it's when we break these cycles that evolution starts to look around at its bioregion and say, just give me the optimal nutrition, give me the best of the best, and I'll take care of the rest. Millions of years of doing this, just pass me the ball. Once we break out of that model, once we have direct control, this is done through eye tracking, how every other animal knows what to eat. It's processing all of this information around you. As you're walking along, your eyes go bonk, and your head follows, and then you go and acquire the target. With full control in a dynamic society that we live in, we can use this target acquisition for many things, not just food. But for now, we need to get the diet under control because it is the gateway to everything else that is possible once you rebuild all of the different systems, going into flow states, knowing what to eat, when to eat, exactly what fluids and how to manage them throughout your day, and not just breaking traditions, we're going to break a whole heap of other rules as well. And there's a whole model we've built around this to label how the diet's going to transition over the course of the journey, whether it be 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, however long it takes you to go through that process. The diet's going to go through a series of changes. You will rebuild the microbiome multiple times because you're not feeding yourself. You think of yourself as this thing that runs the body. No, your mitochondria run the body. They determine everything. They run the cells, they communicate between the cells, they communicate across regions, and they tell the body where to be. They shape the body. This is their job. And they exist to keep you alive as long as possible because when you die, the entire framework goes with it. Once you have control, you will not experience hunger. Hunger is the system saying, we are dying, please send help. As soon as you have control of the diet, no more hunger. So 7 years I've not experienced that call for hunger because I have control. I know exactly what we need every day. The system's feeding back. Some days you're eating to work on the body, lots of things that we're still working on. Other days it's just cognitive. I need cognitive output today. And by the 7-year mark, you can move the ball around depending on what you're doing with your nutrition. What sort of optimal outcome do I want today? All of this is to do with bioelectricity. This is very established science. If you look at the research done by Michael Levin especially, they're looking at how they can use these networks to heal developmental trauma, to look at limb regeneration, which is very difficult in humans. But certainly once you master it, once you master the diet that controls your bioelectricity, upregulate all of this, and you're looking to find that balance where the mitochondria are producing the most amount of energy for the least amount of waste and having efficient communication. As soon as this is established, they know what to do. The game of evolution has begun and they will start moving you towards it. It is an all-in experience. The entire body begins to rebuild. You can't say, oh, I'll just regrow my fingertip. To establish the biochemistry, the entire body is all in. You need to have the full control. So it's not something you can do from a frontal lobe perspective of consciousness, like yes, the body will start to heal, but the whole system will just start co-opting. And if you do it wrong, you can look into things like dystonia, where the body moves uncontrollably. It's a real problem, they're still trying to figure it out, versus having full control and saying, oh, I think I need to stretch my hand. And it will just happen at the right moment, not randomly. So these are old established rules of biology. It's not something new. All we've done is say, right, with full control, we can do this. If you look at research done, there's a great book called Eat Like the Animals, done by some research in Sydney, here in Australia, where they looked at the eating patterns of apes over the course of a period of time, and it always falls around about the same, even though they eat different things on different days, versus how you treat your pet or yourself, given that you are domesticated by society. You're not guiding your diet. It's all controlled, it's all timed. And that's the differentiation between the two. All of a sudden we go back to having a natural control over our metabolism, and everything else ensues from there. There's a lot to cover in this area. There's lots that you see throughout as you go through the journey. You just see all the patterns. Oh, we're doing this with the diet, and then we're changing and we're doing this. And as you record all of that, as I did, then you can look at it and say, well, it's quite obvious what's happening here. And depending on what you are doing, you will go in and out. And then towards the end, it was a huge bonus. It wasn't expected to get the final 2 years where the whole system just integrates into a singular system. And that's where you understand that we're not just taking things forward with evolution, we're doing it a completely different way because of our technology. Look at the technology that we command. Look at the control we have over nature in the world. We should be the healthiest species on the planet. And yet you look around and you see the opposite. So we know something's not right here. It's time to do something about it. I'll see you again soon.